Some mornings I used to wake up wondering if it was even worth it to keep going. I didn't care about medals, I just ran to escape dark thoughts. I'm not here to impress you with numbers. I'm here because every day 17 veterans take their own life, and I could have been one of them. So, this video isn't just about fitness, it's about getting off that ledge and into a stronger, pain free life. I'm Dr. Ray Peralta, physical therapist, exercise physiologist, run coach, and Marine veteran. For the past 10 years, I've helped hundreds of people get in shape and recover from all sorts of injuries and even chronic pain. But this mission goes deeper than just some exercise because I've lived the pain myself. So, in this video, I'm going to share why I'm on a mission to help veterans, and especially veterans who are like 35 years old and older, heal from within physically and mentally. I'm going to share my story and what's worked before my clients, and I'll give you a clear game plan for how to start feeling strong again without wrecking your body or ignoring your pain. So we're going to break this down into three parts. The first part is the pain, my story, and what many other veterans go through. The process, the system used to help veterans reset their mind and body. And the proof, what happens when it works. So part one, my story. Running from darkness. I picked up running after my medical discharge, not to compete, right? Not because I thought I was going to be world-class marathon run. I didn't think I was going to, win the Olympics, but to cope. I lost friends to war. I felt powerless. I felt weak. I was battling suicidal thoughts after my medical discharge because I felt broken from back pain, knee pain. I didn't think that I'd be able to perform again. And I thought, okay, let me just pick up running something that's doesn't involve, doesn't involve having to join a gym or anything. And I ran thinking that, hey, the more miles I put in, the further I'd get from becoming another veteran suicide statistic. But luckily, I met a guide, several mentors, but we'll put them all, lump them in together. And there's this guide who taught me how to heal from within, right? It showed me that strength wasn't just about pushing through pain, but through training with purpose, right? Finding purpose, like a higher calling for yourself, whether it's to help others, whether it's your career, your family, but a purpose that just kind of inspired me to drive to be the best version of myself when I felt like I didn't have a purpose after leaving the Marines. Every now and then, dark thoughts would creep back in, those thoughts of suicide. But I remember the promise I made to stay alive for myself and for those I serve. See, I wake up early, not because, hey, I'm trying to be a hero. I'm trying to show, that I'm disciplined. I woke up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m., but to train for the battles that life throws at me. Because people count on me, and I want to show up with strength and mobility, right? I want to be agile. I want to be limping around like, oh, my back hurts. I can't perform. I need someone to take care of me, right? I want to be independent and stay independent as I get older. And then part two, the reboot system. See, veterans don't need more chaos in their life. They need structure that honors their nervous system, not destroys it. And here's a system I use with my clients. I do this veteran reboot system protocol. So one, we help reclaim the mission. So oftentimes when veterans leave the service, they no longer have like a meaningful mission or goals to work towards. We set a meaningful physical goal to channel their energy into purpose. And it doesn't have to be big, whether it's running a 5K, right? It doesn't have to be a marathon, but if you want to do a marathon, great. Or maybe it's just to increase your number of push-ups or pull-ups, right? Just get stronger, maybe to bench press more, or squat. Whatever it is, we set a functional or physical goal that you can measure, you could track, work towards, because with a strong body comes a strong mind. They go hand in hand. Strengthening your body can also help strengthen your mind. And having a goal helps you stay motivated when certain weeks go it's up and down, the roller coaster of life, roller coaster of training. Step two, a smart training plan, right? You also don't want to burn out from your training, especially if you have a full-time job, you have a family or kids to take care of. So a smart training plan we do for aerobic training, 80-20 approach, whether it's running, biking, swimming. But I always tell people take up some aerobic discipline because you want to have endurance, because endurance also builds up mental toughness, mental resilience. You also need strength training, right? Strength training at least 2 times a week. Full body strength training I'm an advocate for. Yes, you can split upper body or lower body in general, but you also want to do, take the muscles to fatigue, not keep using the same weights, but progressively try to go heavier and train to point to, cause your body to grow, whether it's just getting stronger, gaining more muscle, or just being more fit. And then daily mobility for stiff zones, whether it's the hips, the back, and ankles, making sure you have good mobility to help you get out of pain or prevent future injuries from happening. And then step 3, rewire recovery, right? Make sure recovery is dialed in. So many people walk around sleep deprived and like, oh, why do I feel like a zombie? You're just not sleeping enough, right? So sleep at least 7 hours a night, doing breath work, whether it's box breathing, alternate nostril breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, cold showers, parasympathetic refits, listening to binaural beats, getting grounded, being outside, spending time in nature. All these different things help rewire the nervous system, hit that reset button, that reboot, to allow the body to come out of that fight or flight into more of that rest and digest. You need both, of course, but you can't always be in fight or flight 24/7. That's going to lead to burnout. Step 4, fuel to thrive, right? So many times people think, okay, I'm just gonna eat whatever I want. I read somewhere I could just eat donuts and still burn it off if I run enough. Yes, exercise can help burn calories, and technically, yeah, if you ran enough, you could burn off a donut, but it's not just about, using exercise to, giving you an excuse to eat junk food. You still want to eat healthy. Doesn't mean every now and then you can enjoy a slice of pizza or donut, but for the most part, majority of your diet should be healthy, clean foods, right? Healthy, fruits and veggies, lean proteins, hydration, right? Stop surviving on caffeinated beverages, trying to over caffeinate yourself, nicotine, high sugary junk food. Right, use your carbs strategically, right? Obviously, you could have these, if you're training for a marathon, yes, it's fine to have these sweets around your marathon training. But for most people who are just training for general fitness, it's not wise to be eating a box of donuts day after day and a bunch of bagels to try to carb up like a fiend, which may be holding you back, especially trying to lose weight or just trying to reduce inflammation in the body, because way too much sugar can also lead to some inflammation problems in the body. Step 5, community and coaching. So I also help athletes I work with, veterans, get community, find community, and with coaching, accountability, real conversations, and progress without the perfection. Knowing that, hey, you can make progress, you don't have to be perfect, and that some days you may have to take it easy, other days you can ramp it up. And again, working towards that goal, that purpose that you want to work towards. Again, whether it's to be stronger, whether it's to be faster, maybe it's to be both, or something maybe not physical, but maybe it's just a mental game, a mental battle. So you don't need to necessarily enroll. You don't have to go re-enlist and get into boot camp. You just need a plan that works with your body and not against it. And then part 3, the results. So I'm going to share a case study of mine. One of my clients, a Marine veteran, was stuck before we worked together. He was dealing with chronic knee pain. He was overweight. Working a full-time job. He was a business owner of a construction company, but it was stressing him out, and he was trying to show up for his family, but he could barely walk without a limp, right? He was limping because of knee pain. He felt embarrassed. He couldn't even keep up with his kids. And he was also, on getting some disability stuff, getting cortisone shots for his knee just to help him survive. But so once we started working together, 3 months of following our SMART training plan, he lost 15 pounds, able to start running back to 5Ks without knee pain after years of chronic knee pain. No more relying on cortisone injections. We just had a clear plan, no guessing. Helped him out. Again, I'm also a doctor of physical therapy, and I helped him figure this all out with having to kind of guess or trying to go ask Dr. Google. The mission was simple: build strength, ditch the pain, rebuild mobility, and reclaim control. So if you're a veteran who's tired of feeling broken, tired of guessing, and ready to feel strong again, then check out my free training on how to run and train pain-free. I'll walk you through my full system and how to get started today. A link in the description. Go grab it now. And I used to think that rest was weak, right? I thought that skipping a workout meant I was soft. Now I teach my athletes that recovery is training, that there are no trophies for being sleep deprived, underfueled, and inflamed, and in pain, right? The truth, most of your healing will come from boring basics executed with discipline, right? Staying consistent. And if you feel like you've been living in fight or flight mode for way too long, I see you, you're not broken, you just need a reboot. So again, if you want help mapping this out for your body, your schedule, and your goals, drop the word reboot in the comments or book a free strategy call through the link in that free training, and I'll help you figure out the next step, whether you're just getting back in shape or chasing performance.